Hey guys, how you doing? This is Damien. I hope this Monday is full of blessings for each and every one of you guys. I know you guys hear me talk a lot about stress and teens because that's a topic that's so important to me. We have lost so many teens over the last year to suicide. Just crazy stuff. Depression, overdosing on drugs because they had nowhere to turn to, or they had resources but didn't know anything about it. But today's blog is not about that. And yes, you're probably like, wow, in every blog he wears his wife beater. Yes, I have one on today. Just got off work and that's what I like to relax in. But today's blog is a little bit different. This is about finding a job. You know, for like the 16-year-olds, the 15-year-olds out there that's starting school back or has started school back, that's out there looking for jobs, you always get the same stuff. Okay, you're a teenager. You're 16 years old. Your mom has signed your work permit. You're motivated, you're hyped up and ready to go find a job. So, you hear about the job that's hiring, and maybe a restaurant job or hardware store job as a cash register, cashier, or a stock person. But then you get there and remember, you just excited, you're excited. Your mind is just highly motivated and you telling yourself, I'm finna start this job. Most teens already tell people they got the job before they even put the application in because they got their confidence, the confidence that you should keep. But when they get to the job place that's accepting applications, they put the application in and then they get hit with, oh, well, call us in a week or we'll call you when we have a chance to review your application. And the teen leaves there feeling inadequate, feeling like they wasted their time. And then you get you wait for the phone call to come, which seems like it never comes. And every time you call them, the employer, it seems like they're always busy, can't talk, or we'll get back with you. We'll review your application when we get a chance. But then it never happens. But then finally, 2-3 weeks down the line, you get that phone call you've been waiting on, or that email, or that voicemail. And it's that job that called. Then all of a sudden, you get to the interview. You're excited, you dress nice. Your mom or your dad or one of your oldest brothers let you borrow some of their nice clothes, a nice tie or something, you know, so you can look presentable. And you get to the job and they interview you and ask you all these questions. Now, I don't know how true it is, but I hear that a lot of employers, they base hiring you off of your social media sites. Like if you got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, it's like they base you off that. I didn't even know they did that kind of stuff. So they'll ask you something about yourself, then they'll tell you something about the company, then they'll hit you with, well, I seen your Facebook page. Now, a lot of teens have stuff on their Facebook page. Doesn't make it a bad thing, but in my opinion, that's like your freedom. You're a teen, you're gonna talk to your friends, you're gonna say stuff. You know, that's what teens do. They have to experience what it's like being, they have to experience life being young, then they have to experience life being old. But right now, let them experience life being young. Stay out of their Facebook pages, employers. That's not your business. But on the other hand, they use it to judge who you are before they hire you, which is not right. You ever heard that saying that when you see somebody on Facebook, a pretty face, oh my God, fine. But then when you see them in person, it's like, what the? You don't look nothing like your profile. Then you have to do Kermit the Frog. What the hell? Oops, I didn't just say that. Sorry guys. Forgive me. Won't happen again. Sorry parents. But they don't look nothing like their profile. Well, that's how they judge you off of your social media sites. They look at your pages and they judge you off that, knowing that that's not the type of person that you are. That's just the image that you portray on social media. So what I was saying was that then they tell you, well, we'll give you a call if we're interested in your application. Then we have 5 other people to interview. Then when you finally get the call from them, they tell you they chose someone else because you didn't have the experience. Boom. Now you get hit with the big question. Well, I'm 16 years old. I don't have job experience. You won't give me a chance. Well, how does a 16-year-old get experience if you don't give them the opportunity to get training at a job? You have to start somewhere, right? Right? Exactly. You have to start somewhere. So, you use the 5 P's. You're probably wondering what 5 P's mean. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. Always have yourself prepared for a job interview. Don't never go to a job interview. Listen very, very close, especially the guys. Never, ever go to a job interview with the hat on. That is a no-no. No, no, no. Don't go to a job interview with the hat on. Because I'm going to tell you right now, the person that's interviewing you is going to look right through you. When you're having a job interview, you want them to look you in the eye. You don't want any distractions. You want the employer or the person who's doing the interview to look at you directly in the eye while they're talking to you, while they're interviewing you, while they're asking you, what can you bring to the table? How can you benefit our brand? And what I mean by our brand, how can you benefit our company? A hat is a distraction because the hat is right here. It's close to your eye. So they're going to be looking at your hat, what type of logo you got on it, and that's going to throw them off. Number 2, never, ever go to a job interview with gum in your mouth. Why? Because while you're trying to sit there and hold that professional look and that smile, your mouth is moving like this. And you're popping that gum. And I know a lot of girls be like, pop, 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 pop. Then what if you're having an interview and you're sitting there talking and the employer is asking you some questions and all of a sudden, bloop, the gum fall out your mouth. The gum just fell out your mouth during the interview. Oops, excuse me, sorry. Too late, damage done. Secondly, guys, oh my God, I cannot stress this enough. If you got gold teeth in your mouth going to a job interview, take them out before the interview. If they're just a grill, take them out. You don't need that. Remember, a job interview, you're selling yourself. It's like a car salesman. He has to sell his story to you. He has to sell his stuff to you. He has to sell you what they call a pitch. P-I-T-C-H. I want to make sure nobody misunderstood that. Pitch. P-I-T-C-H. A sales pitch. You're doing the same thing at a job interview. You have to sell yourself and sell them a pitch. Give them some type of idea about you. Leave them an image of you when you leave that job interview, so you don't leave them an image of some guy with a bunch of gold teeth in his mouth, somebody chewing gum that fell out their mouth, or some guy with a big old hat on his head with a big bud marijuana plant on it, or throwing up the middle finger. That's a quick way to get turned away from a job, because they do not want you representing their brand. I'm just telling you this because we're always talking about low self-esteem, stress, and we know getting rejection is a big, humongous stress. Hey, listen, as old as I am, it's still a big stress for me. I don't like rejection. I can't stand rejection. You know what rejection means? Rejection means no. Rejection means no. Peace, basically. We're not interested in you. When you go for a job interview, it's because you're trying to get a job to have some type of security. When you get 15, 16 years old, you want to start buying your own clothes. You want to start making your own moves. You want to start doing your own thing. That way you can become independent. Here's a perfect example. And I'm not bragging, and I don't want anybody to think I'm bragging. My son worked at Little Caesars. Can't remember if he started when he was 17 or 18, but he worked there for 5 years at Little Caesars. After about a year, he became a supervisor. You know what? Then he became the general manager of Little Caesars. It wasn't that he was referred by a supervisor or another employee word of mouth. It was the owner who recognized the good work that he does. He represented himself as a young, educated man who was serious about working. And not only did he become an employee, he became a supervisor, did scheduling, took the money to the bank, started doing the ordering, to becoming general manager of his own location. Now, to me, that's pretty big. You know why? Because he represented himself. He represented himself as a man who was serious about a mission and a goal that he was trying to accomplish. So when you go to these interviews, guys, you have to remember the 5 P's. Proper preparation prevents poor performance. All that stuff that you do before that interview is going to follow you to that interview. Don't go in there with the scent of something that you just did before you got to the interview. They can smell it. Don't drink the night before the interview, which I hope you young guys, young women do not drink. Please. It's not worth it. It's a waste of your time. But do not drink the night before the interview and thinking gum in your mouth, throwing gum in your mouth, or mouthwash is going to get rid of alcohol. It comes through your pores. When you're doing a job interview, you're going to sweat a little bit because you're nervous. You're sitting in front of somebody, literally begging, praying that they give you this job. Maybe I shouldn't have used the word begging. That was kind of harsh. But all I'm saying, people, ladies and gentlemen, I know you're young. I know you guys are out there trying. And I know a lot of you people can relate to a job not hiring you because you lack experience. You know, you have to start somewhere. You know, why can I get hired at McDonald's? Because I'm not experienced. Okay, so you have the experience, but now your mom got to fill out a work permit and approve it. So now you got to take the work permit to school, and now the school is going to base it on your grades and your attendance. You know, messed up, right? They make it hard for teens to get jobs. But guys, all I'm saying is when you got all those obstacles going against you in the job market, say for instance, if you got 5 negatives going against you in the job market as a teenager, why don't you counteract that with 20 positives in your favor? That's going to make them think twice about hiring you as an employee. Because we got some of the youngest CEOs in this world in 2017 that's running major corporations. I'm talking people right out of high school, right out of college, 24, 25, 26, the CEOs of companies. We got 28-year-old doctors. I just recently seen on Facebook 4 20-something-year-old judges. You know, I mean, it's real. So teens, I know it's hard when it comes to the job market, but don't give up. Always try to properly prepare yourself before a job interview. No big earrings, no crazy hairstyles. Don't go in there with tattoos on your face or on your neck. If you have them on your neck, cover them up. Wear a turtleneck. Even if it's warm outside, do what you gotta do for that job interview. But don't never give up. Don't never think nobody will hire you. You know, I can't stress enough. I have teens. Well, I've had teens. My kids are grown except for my 9-year-old Darian. He's 9 years old. But my other kids are grown, and I watch them go through the same thing. I watch my wife's kids go through the same thing as teens, jobs turning them away. But they didn't give up. They kept on going, and guess what? Now they're going off to college. You know, some are in their last year of college and actually work full-time jobs while they're in college. You know, so don't give up. You know, don't ever think because one door closes for you that another door won't open. The doors is going to keep on opening as long as that you're persistent. That's why I said proper preparation prevents poor performance, guys. So don't give up. Chase your dreams. Keep trying to get that job. If that job turns you away, the next job that you apply for, do it better. Dress better. Grammar is very important. Don't use slang. like "yeah, I mean" or "what up." When you go into a place, do not nod your head at the employer and not shake his hand. Smile, greeting. "How you doing, sir? Nice to meet you. My name is such and such." Have a seat, you know. Try to stare him right in the eye. Do not take your cell phone in the job interview with you. That way there is no distractions. You want to be focused solely on the interview. Tell the employer something about you, about your goals in life, your education, what school you go to, because everything that they're asking you, trust me, they already know it. They've already looked at your profile and found out all this stuff. So if you guys have any questions about job interviews, or you need any advice about where to start, how to fill out an application, how to start a resume, this is primarily for you teenagers who's starting off for the first time in your life trying to find a job. Don't hesitate to leave me a message in the comment section down below. 90%, if not 100% of you guys know I always respond to your questions, whether it's through email or in the comment section. I either email you back or I'm sending you comments. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I'm Damian Cryer. Have a blessed day and be safe. Peace.